What's up, athletes, and welcome to my 200 subscriber special. Today, we're going to just take a look at a game that I made about a year ago now, I think. It's called Flesh and Bones, and it's basically just it was basically just this little horror game that I made for this game jam. The premise of it is you play as a mercenary who's hunting down a serial killer who's, got a huge bounty on his head because of all the people he's killed. So it's nothing crazy, but I really enjoyed making this, so yeah, we'll just kind of play this. I'll give like a little behind the scenes thing of the game. Yeah. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. So this little animated menu, I make my games in FPS Creator, and this little animated menu, I think it's a kind of trick, even thinking that it's supposed to be, but these are all just individual frames. You can use movie files for the main menu screen, but it's not the easiest thing to do. I don't think it's great.
Let's go.
This is a song that I found from the FPS Creator called Demon. It has like an actual name in like the album information, music files. I wasn't able to. I don't remember what it is. Yeah, so you can just kind of see these little stills, images of some of the enemies you're fighting in the game. And some basic ideas for what the game looks like. But we'll just hit a new game and we'll talk more about it next week.
Corporal, we need this building secure for the operation.
So that voice line is from one of my friends. He provided, I think it was just me and him who did the voice acting for this game. He was a great sport about it. He's a pretty shy person in real life, but he was
Shoot the boards to clear a way in.
he was willing to help me out on this. So this opening sequence is reminiscent of one of my favorite horror games, Fear. Just you coming out of a car in an alleyway, and then you have to shoot a couple of boards to get into the next area. It was just kind of like a homogeneous callback to that game. But one thing that didn't make it in that I wanted to put in was in this little like courtyard area there would be a feral dog that would attack you. It didn't make it in just because that was the only place the dog model was going to be used, and it just didn't feel right to put the dog in the game as a one-off enemy. It was supposed to kind of be like an introduction to how the system works or whatever, but I never went through with it. I kind of, sometimes I wish I did, but no, it's...
We have reinforcements entering from the rear. Regroup with them on the second floor.
And then you just enter this little dingy, overrun apartment complex. This music, all the music outside of the main menu music was made by my friend on Discord. I'll leave a link to their portfolio in the description as well. Yeah, so you can just go in this room, pick up some ammo for the pistol, and then you can just go upstairs. You can just explore these little apartment rooms if you want. It's to just kind of create exploration. You don't have to go in there, there's nothing in them.
Another fool trying to claim the prize.
So this is a character I voiced. He's invincible, you can't kill him. But I thought it would be kind of fun. It's kind of a cheap jump scare. But I created him basically to be a little bit of an expository kind of guy. He just laughs at you, calls you a fool for trying to...
Stack up, Corporal. Let's clear the room. Ready? Breach!
And I also voice a bunch of friendly characters in the game.
Clear! Nest is empty, Talk. Just some dead guys. Who are they? I don't know. Calyx Corps, maybe? I've never seen them before. Copy that. See if you can figure anything out about them. Corporal, head out the back. We need you to lead the unit on the target location. The rest of the team will set up position here.
So these guys are from another game I developed called Sector 12. They're the main antagonists in it. I was originally going to make this like a big tie-in to that game, and I guess technically it is because of the ending, but it was a plot point that I sadly never really fully developed and never fully, I guess, completed, which I do regret. I do wish that but I mean, this was for a game jam, so I was limited on time. They were originally going to be the main antagonists, but I decided not to do that because this wasn't Sector 12. But I thought I would have them appear later, and I just never got around to doing that. So they just kind of appear. If you play the Sector 12 game, it's just kind of a nice little Easter egg to that game. Otherwise, they virtually serve no purpose, which I regret. I wish I had fully gone through my original plan on them. I guess I never talked about these guys, huh? So these guys are members of your private mercenary group, Zion's Branch. These guys don't do anything, but later on you actually get to fight alongside some of these guys, which is rare for FPS Creator. The original model for these guys is just this kind of SWAT guy, but I decided to paint him like gray and purplish kind of to make him look a little unique. And now we made these little logos on the back. Yeah, these guys are also invincible. You can't kill them if you wanted to. If you attack them, they don't do anything. They're just there to kind of serve as more like dressing, I guess. And then you just come out here. You can see the other building there. And yeah, you just beat the level. Go to the next one.
Secure the area. Talon, keep the corporal safe.
So, this level might be my favorite level that I've ever made in an FPS Creator game. And that's because of how I got the AI system to work. So, first, I just want to talk about these little Hummers. There's a default one that you get with FPS Creator. It's just kind of green. I decided to make these gray, put the little logo on them and everything. So this level is a bit dynamic. You don't actually have to go into that room, and you don't have to go into this one right here. You just have to get into that building. But I created these other areas so that you have a little shootout with this guy, Talon, which you can see at the top of your screen. This was actually really difficult to do. There's a few codes in FPS Creator for friendly AI characters, and this particular one is one of the better ones, I think, but it's harder to use properly. And I was really happy when I got it the way I did here. So if you just hit the G key, he'll follow you around, and H key tells him to hold position. By going into these rooms, you get access to some extra guns, but you also have to fight some enemies. And the way this guy works is you tell him to attack someone, basically, so you have to shoot an enemy and have them, and then he'll start shooting at them. It's not the greatest system, but this was before a true friendly AI system was implemented. And as you can see, he does have a health system, so if I were to shoot him, his health goes down. If he does die, you get access to his rifle a little early, which is useful, but it's more fun to keep him alive, in my opinion.
Contact!
So you just come up here. only issue is that friend enemy AI is sometimes bugged. They shoot at you because they'll detect you when one shooting you. Their accuracy is also just horrible. I have no idea why. I was never able to get their accuracy good.
He's dead! Shit!
But it sells the illusion. They can kill each other. It's just not the easiest thing to do. But this was, again, this was my first real attempt working with friendly AI.
There he is! Shit! Man down!
And I also voice pretty much everyone who, except for your commanding officer. Those soldiers are part of a group called the Freed States of America. In my game universe's lore, there was a group called the Freed States of America. They're like a radical liberation group. You can actually see some
Freed
of their-
States forces. I thought they were against the concept of money. Maybe they're the ones who wasted the guys at the apartment.
You know, I wanted to... I have like a story that I've been writing about these guys. They're like this left-wing radical terrorist group kind of thing. Want to demolish, like capitalism and stuff. Not trying to get like political in my little horror game, but I'm just giving you guys some context to who they are. I thought it would be a fun little Easter egg to throw them in here. At the time I was developing this game, I was helping my friend work on his game. I think it was for the same game jam, I can't remember. Called Commander Collins Chambers. And it's basically taking that whole concept of the Freed States and their rival group, which are just corporations, running with it. I'll do a video on that too someday. We were going to have these games released at the same time, but mine came out like, I think a week before his did, so it was supposed to be you played his game, then you come to my game and you see the same group. It was an attempt at a crossover. I think it worked okay, but it's up for you to decide, I guess.
Contact!
Yeah, you just gotta come into here.
Affirmative.
You have to be a little stingy on how you tell them to hold. And then you can just pick one or both of these switches to open the garage doors.
Affirmative.
And then, yeah, you just pick whichever one. There is a code in FPS Creator that I tried to use. It didn't work with this version
Good job,
of
team.
FPS Creator.
Pick which area you want to secure. The rest of the team will clear the other side.
So basically, this has, I think, 6 levels. And I was gonna make it have 6 levels, but depending on which door you picked, depending on which level you went to, but I couldn't get the code to work properly. It doesn't work with this version of FPS Creator. So it doesn't matter which door you picked, but it was too late in development to just change it, and it was already recorded, so... Oh well, yes. You just go through one of these doors and roll the lens.
Corporal, take point. We'll hold the exit in case Ice Pick makes a run for it. Watch your fire, Corporal. We have friendlies in the area.
So, this guy is not your ally from the last level. It doesn't, like, really matter, but, this is not your ally, because your ally can die in the last level. So, I've left his fate ambiguous, so. This is just a different guy, not your ally. This is just a dude with a shotgun. Friendly little bloke. And, yeah, you're inside just this meat factory. There's a couple of different areas you can go. Generator room. Gotta find a way to turn the power back on.
He's going to kill us! He's going to kill all of us! He can't see us!
Yeah, these are just kind of like lunatics, cannibals, or survivors of the first attack living here, trying to hide from you. You can find a note. He came in the shipment years ago. I still don't know how. When he attacked at closing time, he killed the ones that he felt were the plumpest. The rest he tortured, starved, refusing the sweet relief of death. They were unwanted, not worthy to be eaten. They had to fight each other for scraps of what he had eaten. He ripped them limb from limb, taking the juiciest parts first, freezing the rest. He left me alive, left me to be his scribe. He won't let me use my name. If you're reading this, I hope it's not too late. KB. It's kind of edgy, kind of dark. I don't know. I needed a horror. I didn't have time to, go all in, like, super atmospheric. You needed, notes and stuff. It's for a game jam, I think I had, 2 or 3 weeks to develop it. Maybe it was a month. I needed something, so I went edgy. Yeah.
How dare you! How dare you! How dare you!
So, one issue I had, I couldn't get the audio to stop when I killed an enemy. You get this little swinging body here. That enemy actually, this had issues originally. This table was actually right here, and he would spawn in, but he would get stuck behind the table and he would never find his way around it. So I just moved the table so he would attack you. This was just a little freezer where the bodies are stored.
Entry team, report. We're engaging FSA forces. Nothing we can't handle. No sign of ice pick. Copy that.
So, these walls were a free texture that I found. I can't remember where I found it from, but it was on the FPS Creator forums. But the floor is actually just tile floor that I took a picture of at my college, and I just kind of plopped it in. It doesn't match at all, but I was proud with the fact that I got this. I took the picture myself, so I really didn't care. I just threw it in. Like, who's gonna really pay attention to that? I just thought it was really fun to take pictures of the actual floor and throw it in my game. He wouldn't let us leave, even when he left. Something about him kept us here. We don't know what. Each night he would leave and return with someone else. Men, women, children, it didn't matter. We could hear their screams from a freezer. He tortured them to death. Children didn't last at all. He'd eat them alive. Some adults were able to escape his torture, but he'd kill them if they tried to leave. KB. I needed something, so I went edgy. We do find out who KB is at the end. It's not like some crazy huge reveal, but he's a main character, I think. Then, I just made these long hallways, threw some stuff around, trying to make it look like an abandoned but still somewhat occupied place. And then there's these curtains that you just walk through them. I do set up a jump scare with these later. Well, how I did this was, this curtain I made the texture for the curtain, but I didn't make the model itself. It's not super impressive. It's just a white curtain with a little bar up there, but I made this curtain model and I just turned off the collision, so you just walk through it. There was supposed to be a ripple effect, but I couldn't get it to work. But oh well. And you just turn this on to activate the power.
I was left to die! I was left to die! I was left to die!
So, he's called the he's called the Smile Cannibal, but some fans called him the Left Behind Cannibal, so that's what his canonical name is now, I guess. I put these there just to try to potentially freak people out. I'm not sure if anyone actually did get scared by those. It's another cheap jump scare. I mean, he just spawns in out of nowhere, but I don't know. It works. So activating the power down there opens this door, but if you want to go back upstairs towards the start, you can now activate that generator. Come in here, you get access to the shotgun a little early. And this is obviously like one of the best weapons in the game.
We've got movement!
So
We've got movement!
these enemies right here are the members of the Commander Collins group from my friend's game. Now, like I said, this was going to be like this big crossover thing, right? You fight the guys there, and then, oh, they're here too.
The whole fucking squad is wiped out! Shit, shit!
I think if I remember right, these guys did have, unique
He's
dialogue
down!
that I recorded, but, it didn't work properly when I put it in the game, so I just redid the audio for both them and the Freed States guys, and I made the Freed States ones deeper, and the Commander Collins guys more high-pitched, just to differentiate the different factions. Originally, though, Commander Collins guys weren't fought in this level. You would fight FSA guys. The back of the cover art that I've made depicts or shows you shooting at one of them in this hallway. So that's just a nice little bit of content, I guess. And then yeah, you just go through that door and you beat the level, and go on to the next level. Oh yeah, this room or this level itself was actually meant to be played if you went through the left doors in the garage area in the last level. So if you went through the left doors, you'd come to this level. If you went through the doors that we ended up going through, you would have gone to the next level. But like I said, I couldn't get that to work, so yeah.
Entry team, report. The air down here is much colder. Corporal, there should be a centralized room here. Regroup on us. Roger that. Sentry team, move in and clean up. Don't let anyone out.
He's down!
Yes, sir.
Just trying to show off the area, but I got ambushed. Yeah, so there's just a roaming Commander Collins guy.
My whole fucking squad is wiped out!
You got another little freezer with bodies hanging. This is where I went full edge. I needed horror. I'm actually not going to show you guys. You guys can find that out for yourself. I had a lot of fun doing this level. Just throwing all these shelves and boxes around. This was a lot of fun to make. I was just very proud of myself. And this level actually has a mini boss fight in it, just right around the corner. This is probably, I think this is the shortest level in the game. And I only made it so short because I wanted to try that jump to level script, but oh well.
He's down!
Right here you face the leader of the CCCP guys. And if you kill him, you get access to his shotgun. That was how you originally got it. And then you can just, where is it? Oh, there it is. There's this little tablet you can find. And it's just, you know, it's just gives you some lore on the Commander Collins group, their unit, the 2nd Division, their leader, Captain Sanderson, who I just killed. Gives you a little info on why they want it. They just want some more money. And they want the place to be one of their facilities, so. No, it's whatever. Once again, you just go through that door and you beat the level. I really just threw that tablet in there just to give justification for the Commander Collins guys being there. Because I realized, because originally, like I said, it was just the Freed States guys. I tried to put those terrorists in, but, or the other terrorist group from the first level. Couldn't get them to work properly. So it was just the Freed States guys, and then I realized, well, wait a second, there's got to be other groups competing, right? So I threw in the Commander Collins guys, got my friend's permission, threw them in, and yeah, it wasn't much, but it does make it feel like there's a lot more parties involved in this hunt for this one guy. So yeah, just go through the store and beat the level. We all know what he does with the children and the women. Some of us tried to stop him, but he was still too powerful. They were used, by him too. Then he killed them all. I thought he was going to kill me too, but instead he threw me a piece of rotten bread. I guess he doesn't see me as a threat. When I walked into the freezer, I saw the bodies, and the blood, and what came out of him. KB.
Frack! What is that? Shoot him! Kill him! Ah!
I had a lot of fun doing that. So that growling is me. Those screamings and sound effects were me. I had a lot of fun making that one. Originally, that line about how it's a lot colder was actually going to be played when you walked there, but I changed it for that other level so that other level would have friendly dialogue. This is that freezer that he told you about. This is where you were supposed to meet the team, but something happened. These were actually supposed to be like conveyor belt type things, but I couldn't get the texture to work properly, so they're just like this weird step.
Oh god! 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 Oh god!
Yeah, you can't help that guy, but something clearly happened to him. He's traumatized. He just repeats "oh god" for, I don't know, I think it's like a minute-long audio file.
Frack. Isaac must be close, Corporal. Watch your back.
And yeah, the entry team didn't make it to the rendezvous point.
Don't you fucking dare touch my food! This is mine! Mine! Mine!
I loved recording that one. I actually hurt my vocal cords doing that one, but I had so much fun screaming into the mic on that one. And yeah, I wanted to have like a payoff with these curtains, like a jump scare would happen. So the way that I hoped it worked, the way it worked when my friend tested it, he saw the note flickering on the floor, and he would walk up to it, and then that guy would scream, rush through the curtain, and terrify the crap out of him. So that was my intention with it. I can't remember where I got these corpse models, but I found them somewhere. I don't think it was on the FPS Creator forums though, but it was for FPS Creator. I can't take this anymore. I keep seeing their faces, broken, shocked, fearful. The children had no idea what he was doing. The women were missing their breasts. The men were missing everything from fingers to privates. I don't know what it was about that night, but he just left the freezer the way it was. None of us dared to touch it. I've recently blocked it. If you find this, don't try to get in there. There's so much more I could have done. I could have stopped it, or at least tried. Even if I died, it would have been better than hearing the screams, the crying, him, everything. Every time I close my eyes, I can't read my own notes. KB. So this music, I actually didn't really comment on this much. This music's actually based off of Nightmare on Elm Street's main theme. That was the reference I used for my friend. did, I think, a really good job with this just ambient track. I save all of my soundtracks on, put them on my phone. This is probably my favorite one, or second favorite one. This is it. I'm not gonna live with this anymore. I will die. I can't kill him. If you find this, please, tell my story. Let the world know I tried. Keith Banks. Yeah, you can figure out who he is at the end. That, rolling, clanking sound is actually just a bunch of dumbbells I had. The door sound effect was actually just me closing a door at my school, a creaky door at my school.
Corporal, you did it. Bag the corpse and get out of there now. Let's claim our bounty. Sentry team, get ready for evac. Send someone to escort the corporal out.
Yeah, so like I said, I just, used, what was it? I found this door in this really scary part of my school, and I just closed it slowly, and it worked. I think it sets the scene for there pretty well.
Corporal, over here. I've got your back. Let's get out of here.
And then, yeah, you get a new ally. His name is Heath, as you can see at the top. He looks a little different than the other guy.
Right away, sir.
I can't remember what I used for reference for this soundtrack. I know it was from Fear, though. I can't remember which one it was.
Dead!
I'm gonna die here. Help me, Heath.
Shit! Lay down!
Yes, sir.
And yeah, there's just some new raid states.
Yes, sir.
Models that I used here. They're special forces guys. And they dropped this gun. Just a G3. One of my favorite guns in real life.
Hurry up. FSA forces are closing in on
Bring him
that corridor.
down!
You need to get out of there now.
Shit! Man down! He's dead!
This is the largest group of AI enemies in the game. I really just wanted a climactic kind of gunfight as you escape the facility. And we get it right here with the final boss, which, you know, I think, looking back, maybe wasn't the smartest idea, but, because, you know, we had, Ice Pick as the main antagonist, but I liked this boss fight. I gotta reuse a model that I really liked for this fight. So, enough procrastinating, here we go.
That's the leader of the FSA forces, Captain Barlow. Maybe we can get a bonus for bagging him too. Take him out, Corporal.
So this, boss fight is recycled from the first game, Scared at Zero, where you face the main bad guy in a similar way.
We did it. Let's get out of here. We did it.
And yeah, here's just the final cutscene that connected it to Sector 12.
Report.
Our forces were not successful on capturing Icepick. But they did acquire the $2,500,000 bounty on Richard Pinker.
Not ideal, but it works. Who claims victory over Icepick?
The private military firm out of Salt Lake City, Zion's branch. They also claimed a bonus bounty on FSA Captain Barlow. Captain Sanderson from the CCCP is also dead, but I don't think they will claim the marks on him and his men.
Well, at least we got something. If possible, let's try to collect the prizes on the CCCP mercenaries from the FSA. We are now moving on to the next step. Alert the director and tell him he has permission to begin.
By your command.
Richard Pinker was meant to be the boss of a spin-off to this game, an expansion pack basically, but I never got to finish it. It was very close to being done, but I could just never finish it, and I lost interest by that point. It was all supposed to tie into one another. Kingdom Hearts with that. DJ Collateral did this music, the music. I don't know. I think this was good though. I think what I tried to set out succeeded. We don't need to hear that anymore. I think what I tried to do succeeded. This was a lot of fun to make. This game was a lot of fun to make. I had a lot of fun making it. I made a sequel. If you guys want to see that, I might do a video on that for you guys. There's not a whole lot more to say. This game's free if you want to play it. Find that other area I didn't show you. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for 200 subs. It really means a lot. Let's keep growing. Let's see how far we can get. The fact that I reached out to 200 of you guys is crazy. I honestly never dreamt that this would happen. That 200 people would like my YouTube videos. That's just crazy to me. But yeah, thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video.